Don't act like I'm the one when you're the one who's not the one. I love it. It's never okay. What is that? I don't like what you're doing. You're kind of doing what I do.
I'm just smiling.
So it's never a good sign,
don't like
guys.
smiling?
I don't like smiling when you do it, guys. It's never a good sign when Ashley walks into the door and the first thing she says is, "Well, I hope you've got some stuff to talk about today." Which I always have stuff to talk about.
You do.
But it tends to skew poop.
Yeah.
Skew Poop is a good band name. Guys, maybe you can hear it, maybe you can't, but Ashley's got bangs again.
The bangs are back, baby.
The bangs are back in town. Bangs are back in town. That filled like 30 seconds. 20 seconds? 10 seconds? The more I talk about it, the more. Listen, guys, we're going to fill this episode's going to be banging. We're going to fill it up with bang talk, and it's going to be all about Ashley's bangs and how sassy she's feeling.
They're back.
Ever since Tay-Tay went on the Eras tour,
I had to join in.
you were like, you know what I miss?
My bangs.
Having bangs.
You gonna welcome
I
it?
used to get so many, like, people used to get the candy leg for me at the bank.
Are you gonna welcome people
I'd
to
walk
the
in and
podcast?
the tellers would be like, "Who's this banging lady coming in to make a deposit of $17.49? Who's this lady who's asking for smaller bills?
Would you please welcome people to the
Who's
podcast?
this lady who decided to not go to the coin store at Walmart because it takes a fee and she brought all her rolls of quarters to get them changed out? She's got bangs." Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. I'm Brennan Birdwell. I'm one half of the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcasting duo.
Good grief.
Good grief.
Hi, guys. I'm Ashley Engle. I'm the other half. Welcome to episode 85. And it's true. The bangs are back.
The bangs
I
are back.
missed them. I went to the salon
Salon.
last week for the first time since May.
Listen.
It was a long time.
Le salon.
Oh, my bangs had been, they had reached about my chin. And it was time to get them back.
Man, bangs to chin is like those aren't bangs.
No.
That's a face frame.
It's a face frame.
That's
Bob
a
Layer.
big Dutch boy.
It's a touch boy. It is. But I feel good. She's back is what I'm saying.
You had bangs, you debung,
Yeah.
and now you've rebung. Yes, excuse me. I've debung and I need to rebung.
That's it.
Snip, snip. Off to the bank.
She's back.
Off back to the bunk. I gotta make change for these 20s.
How are you today?
I'm great. I got stuff to talk about.
Oh, well, I hope
Per
so.
your request, per your last email.
Thank you.
I've got things to talk about.
Yes.
Normally, I'm positioned where I'm not looking through the ring
the
light.
ring light.
It's like I'm podcasting through a portal, through Stargate.
It's like Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Deep cuts. How about Doctor Strange references?
I like Cumberbatch.
I'm a Cumberbatch fan.
I knew you were just going to say a word that we'd have to edit out.
Cumberbutt.
I'm a Cumberbee.
Cumberbutt. Dude, how is his fan club not called
I
that?
think it is.
Shut
That's
up.
what I'm saying.
Beyonce's got the Beehive.
Yep.
Taylor's got the Coven.
Yeah. Yes.
No. Taylor's got the Suburban Coven.
That's it.
Who else? Who else has fans? Lady Gaga has the Little Monsters.
The Monsters.
So she calls them.
Michael Bublé, his fan club's the Bungalow Bee.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah.
This is actually a fun game. I'm not done being done.
We'll talk more about this later.
U2 has the bunch of poser idiots.
Okay.
I hate
like you too.
Case in point.
Okay.
You Cumberbatch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got me.
What would
Roasted.
I wonder what my fan club would be called.
The jorts.
The
The short.
It's something with bird would probably what it would wind up being, and it would be lame.
Birdhouse.
The birdhouse, the bird bath.
Better. Because it's like Birdwell.
Hey, bird bath, who's ready? 2, 3, 4. Sad song.
Hope you guys are wearing your jorts. Sad song.
Hope you guys are wearing your jorts with diapers, because this is gonna go on for hours. You're gonna hate it.
You're going to leave in tears.
You're going to leave in tears, but your joints are going to be intact.
That's right. Well, maybe.
The bungalow bee? The bungalow...
Bungalow bee, the bungalow bees. I don't know. My friend Dave. Hi, Dave. Sometime listener of the podcast is a member.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, of the bungalow bee.
Well, if he's only a sometime listener of the podcast, he's got nothing for me.
Well, he's great.
I'm just kidding. Hey, Dave.
Okay, guys.
You bungalow bee, ya.
It has been one of those weeks where I am struggling to pull out the threads of memory from what's been happening in my world.
Sheesh.
You know, it's just
I love
been,
how poetic and oddly sad that was.
well, it's kind of a Harry Potter reference.
Oh, okay.
The Pensieve, the silver
When they
threads
pull their
that they
thoughts
pull
out.
That somebody
It's
did
a
that
cool-
to me while I was sleeping.
It's a cool visual.
Didn't put them back.
I just burped a lot.
Okay.
It was gross.
And so it's just been one of those weeks, and I think it's because of the time warp we've had with our weather. We had another day off from school yesterday due to ice, and everything's thrown off again, and I can't get back into a rhythm, and it's about to do me in. I don't know what to do.
Well, yeah, it's a
Can't
lot.
remember things.
Yep.
Anxious.
Go ahead.
Can't. Don't know when to eat. My working out's all out of whack.
And that's just normally, but there's been ice.
But there's been ice on top of it.
Don't add ice to my normal cacophony of nonsense that's going on in my life and in my heart and in my soul.
Let's talk about lifting weights though, because I know you're
yeah.
back. I know you're back to it.
I'm all right. Listen,
I can tell. I can see it.
I bet you can. I came in here, big strut.
Yeah.
I said, yeah. That's my Arnold. You pick up the weights, it's so heavy. Yeah.
That's what you did.
That's what
well,
it
and
is.
you sent me yesterday some gnarly Raynaud's pics.
Yeah.
Because that's when yours comes out the
It
most.
really ramps up in the gym, which is
so bad.
one of the more inconvenient times for it to happen.
Not as inconvenient as when you're playing your guitar for people.
That's less convenient for sure.
Is it cold in the gym? Or is it just the cutting off of circulation due to holding the weight so firmly?
I don't think I hold them more firmly than your average.
Yeah, but you're holding tight so you don't drop them.
Yeah, maybe. I think circulation gets thrown off because I'm like doing stuff and using my extremity.
flexing
Maybe
veins.
because it's a masculine vascular spectacular every time I go into the gym.
I know.
Everyone goes, "You see that guy? How vascular is that guy?"
How are you feeling? Are you feeling good?
I feel great.
Okay. Good.
Surprisingly, it's. I went in very apprehensive.
Okay.
It might not be the right word, but just wary of where I would land in terms of
Yeah.
strength. Strength. STREMPH.
Yep.
My strength.
Yeah.
Because haven't been in the gym for a minute
Yeah.
and have lost a decent amount of weight.
Yeah.
The vast majority of that is muscle mass.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of worried, but I don't lift heavy even when I'm at my fittest. I'm just not a big heavy. I don't like to lift heavy. I like to do more reps.
Okay.
And so my weights that I've been using have not been too far off from what I'm used to. So it's a fairly seamless transition.
That's what I have found since coming back to Operation Al Dente post-holiday. Same thing. I was scared. But you know what I did today? Lifted the heaviest weights I've ever lifted.
Really?
It was great.
How about you?
I know. And I felt great. Guys. I'm here to tell you guys
When I
this.
say I'll be back, I'll be back.
I wasn't gonna do that. But
Oh, okay. Well,
guys, if you're experiencing stress
go
in
ahead.
your life,
This may
if
be
you're
a sign of
experiencing-
mesothelioma. Call this number if you'd like to
that's
join our
it, for
class action
support.
lawsuit.
guys, if you're experiencing stress and anxiety in your life, I'm here to tell you this.
Go ahead.
As much as you don't want to lift weights, it is, for me, historically and presently, the best way of coping.
Agreed.
After lifting heavy things, my body is completely reset.
That's because you go into fight or flight.
You come back to center.
When you're lifting weights that are heavy, your body, especially when you do full motor compound body movements like squats, bench press, deadlifts especially.
I did those this morning.
It engages that reaction in your body, like the lizard brain, the caveman brain, where it's like your body goes into this stress response.
Yeah.
And then once you stop, everything kind of is like back.
Relief.
It's that acute stress that lasts only a few seconds and then you come down from it.
Right.
Scientific studies do say also as you get older, which we totally are not, because we're
and
youths and
never
we're
will.
Rizzy and wheels up king and
Wheels up,
I'm the
bussin',
Rizard. I'm the
bussin'.
Rizard of
Oz.
farts. And so
Sure.
as you get older, though, metabolisms do slow down, and people have a tendency of thinking that long term, like running long distances, things like that, which I'm not poo-pooing that because it has cognitive benefits as well and stress relief
Absolutely.
benefits. If that's your thing, do your thing.
Yeah.
But if you're looking to increase your metabolism, add the muscle because the muscle's more expensive and burns. It's going to burn and ramp up your metabolism, and it's also going to increase your bone density as you get older.
Yes, and that's what I need. Because,
Osteopenia over here, bird bones, Sally Field.
And we're at risk for this as females.
It's true.
And in our family, we have some osteoporosis. These, so we need to be aware of this.
Because your bones need to be strong to work together and hold on to strong muscle so they maintain their bone density.
Right.
That's a fact.
Right.
I used to be a biohacker, guys.
Well, I know, and Brandon does have his certification.
I do.
His personal trainer.
So if anybody
This is good
needs,
stuff.
if anybody needs personal training, come to me.
Yes.
And I will refer to you to an actual personal
Sure,
trainer.
but you know a lot of things. This is what I need. This is good. So, guys, again, and some of you have mentioned that you've been on the fence about working out. You really have. We've gotten this feedback. At least I have. And when we talk about it, it's just a reminder. Like, listen, as much as you don't want to do it, it will help.
I love that we're just about to shoot to the top of the health and wellness charts in the
I'm telling you,
podcast.
2024 is our year.
Move over, guys. Here
Health and
comes
wellness.
cold hands, warm hearts.
Yeah. And another thing I'll be doing in the coming weeks is reviewing natural remedies for stress and
God,
anxiety.
I thought you were going to say you were going to start reviewing natural deodorants, and I don't need it. All the aluminum for you,
I've
madam.
tried them. For all of us. Natural deodorants do not work.
They're
Sponsor us, natural deodorants.
sponsor us
I've
natural
tried.
deodorants. Come
I've
prove
tried
it.
them all.
Give me a lineup. Let me
tried them all.
blind taste test these, but with my pits. Let me try.
I'm telling you what. If anyone has had success with a natural deodorant, hit us up.
All it does is
I
make
wanna
your
know.
stink smell like cedar stink
That's
or
it.
whatever it is.
Lemongrass.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I smell like a Thai hot pot.
Cardamom.
I smell like a cardamom bomb.
It's bad. And you know what? There might
We
be
call
one out
this
there.
line fardamom because really it's just going to make you smell like a real farty version of cardamom.
It reminds me of, on Monsters Incorporated, Monsters Inc., where they're pulling out the deodorants from the locker, Mike Wazowski, and it's like High Tide,
Yeah.
Wet Dog.
Yeah.
I forget what the other one was. But anyway, that's how I feel about natural deodorants.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Yeah, get them.
Anyway.
Well, we just dropped on the health and wellness charts.
So guys, lift weights. You'll hate it.
Lift weights and use
you'll love it.
lift weights and use chemical deodorant because guys, I want you to be fit, but I don't want to smell you.
I don't want to smell you guys. I don't want to. So I'm straight from a staff meeting at church. I have to say that
You don't have to.
I am feeling very energized and excited about the new year
that's
in a
good.
way that I haven't for a while.
Oh, that's good.
I think just some really good inspirations coming. Some really neat things are happening. And I wanted to share that. I'm feeling very, I don't know, just satisfied in my workplace at present.
That's a
which
good
is a
thing.
delightful feeling. I
For
know.
you.
Well, and just, I really do love a new year. I love a new year.
It's not that new anymore.
It is too. We're still in January.
We're almost 1/12 of the way through it.
Well, that is the most glass half empty
I disagree.
thing I've heard.
It's a glass 11/12 empty. It's worse than what you thought.
So, guys, the Oscar nominations came out.
Hard pivot. Guys, we've covered health and wellness. It's time for showbiz.
Entertainment Corner. Okay, the Oscars will take place Sunday, March 10th at the Dolby Theater in LA.
Yeah.
And
I'm going.
are you
I'm gonna
going?
be a seat filler.
Are you?
Just me right next to Leo.
Would you talk if you got a ticket to the Oscars? Let's
do
because
it.
here's the thing.
I hope you've got stuff to talk about. Let's do it.
I want the listeners to know this. Here's the thing about the two of us. Anytime you have been in the presence of greatness, of someone famous, you have no qualms about going up to that person, shaking their hand and telling them that you're a fan,
Yeah, I'll say it.
meeting them, getting a picture even.
If they're into it.
Oh, sure. You're
Like
respectful.
when I met Martin Short at the airport,
yes.
I had heard him say to somebody that he didn't like to take pictures, and I respect that, so I shook his hand. And I coincidentally, per our last episode, I told him how much I loved the movie Clifford, which felt like a real deep cut at the time. So I think he walked away and was like, does this guy not know any of the other stuff that I've done?
No, I think
which I do.
I think that's
I just
affirming.
love Clifford. Anyway, back to your story about.
What did he say to you?
He was just very kind. He was just grateful. It was the response of a person who gets told
Sure.
1,000 times a day,
But humble.
and it was just very much, oh, thank you so much, I really appreciate it. It was that kind of thing.
Sure.
It wasn't like, how's the family? Tell me about what you
No,
do.
of course not.
You look like you've got a podcast with your sister.
Right.
And she sounds like she's got bangs.
I'd like to sponsor it.
I would love to sponsor it.
How tall is he?
Short.
Very small.
That's his
Small
last name
gentleman.
for a reason.
Were you also the one?
He's slight. He's a slight individual
Slight
as
gentleman.
well.
Sure. Were you the
No,
one?
an extreme gentleman, just a slight human.
Stop it. I love him. And so this is the difference between the two of us. I think I
Just
am
the only one.
the only one. I am so hesitant to go up to people who are famous. I am so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I'm afraid that I will be off-putting, that I will put them out, that I will annoy.
Well, I've never had a problem talking to my peers. And here's the thing is I'm an internet star
Sure.
with dozens of people who at any moment could just walk away and be like, I'm done with this guy.
Done with this. No, but I admire that. I wish I were more that way. I've been in situations with you. Remember when we were at the Final Four and
Yeah.
we saw Tim Robbins?
Tim Robbins.
You ran towards Tim Robbins. I ran away from him.
And I was screaming the whole time, you're not going to escape this one, Andy Dufresne.
But you got a picture.
Yeah.
He's a tall individual.
He's the opposite of Martin Short.
He's tall.
He's
and he was very kind.
Timmy Tall.
Right?
He was so kind.
Yeah.
And he also was there. I think he was also agreeable because that was the season when his son had expressed interest in Oklahoma State basketball inexplicably because we
That's
were having like a really cool run. So
Man,
his
that
son
was
got into
great.
it. So Tim Robbins probably leveraged some of his celebutar
Sure.
to get in, meet Eddie
Tickets.
Sutton, meet the team, do the thing. And Tim Robbins I still have the picture,
Yeah, you do.
was wearing an OSU shirt and hat, I think.
Yeah. So cool. So cool.
Met him.
But how crazy is that? What does that say about us? I literally ran away. I ran away. You ran towards.
Okay, you go this way, I'll go that way.
What does that mean?
It means that
About
you have imposter syndrome and don't yet realize that you're an internet star.
I guess. I don't know. Will this be the year I realize it?
Doubt it. Listen, I
don't know.
I recall an instance of celebrity that you actually spoke to the individual and I didn't because I couldn't muster up the courage.
Tell me.
It was when we saw Nick Offerman at lunch.
I did do that.
I saw Ron Swanson and I clammed up.
Guys, we did. This happened. We were at lunch at Mary Eddie's.
We're not making this
is
super
real.
lame story up.
No, we were at Mary Eddie's in downtown OKC. We had taken Crindy to her birthday lunch.
Her 34th birthday
34th
lunch.
birthday lunch. And Nick Offerman was at a table.
Maybe you've heard of him.
Maybe you've heard of him. Parks and Rec fame.
Pork and Reg.
He was a couple tables over. Now, see, this is where I shine. What I'm not going to do is approach a person.
Okay.
But if we're situated near, I will make eye contact. And that's actually what happened. Because Mary Eddie's has these 4-foot purple plastic penguins.
Purple plastic penguins.
That they just move around the restaurant.
Yeah.
Inexplicably.
They move them around the hotel at 21C.
Yes.
Like if you're staying in 21C, sometimes you'll open your door in the morning and there will just be a penguin standing in front of your door.
It's what they do there. It's their shtick. So Nick Offerman, who I believe was in town, we're assuming, visiting family because he's married to Megan Mullally, who's from Oklahoma City.
Dynamite.
Love her. Sponsor us, Nick and Megan.
Your sorority sisters.
Come on here.
Megan Mullally, I think.
Kappa Alpha Theta.
Isn't she a Theta?
Boom, boom. I don't know.
I don't know what that means. Did you just...
It's a Theta thing. Anyway, so Nick Offerman is sitting there and we make eye contact. He's clean shaven. So it took me a moment to recognize him.
Looking slender.
Yeah, slender and clean shaven.
And drinking a protein shake.
He had just come in from a run, it looked like.
Which was odd because I'm used to seeing that man eat large slabs of pork ribs and giant steaks.
Yeah. Double fisting
But
the
those
meat.
are characters he
It is. So anyway, we make eye contact because the waitress brings the purple plastic penguin over, puts it at his table, and we make eye contact. And he looks at me and gives me like a, what is happening? Look.
Yeah.
And I think I might have said something like, I don't know. But that's when I spoke to him.
And I went, compliment!
And you just started pitting out.
I didn't
because
start
you were wearing
pitting
natural
out.
deodorant.
I was already pitting. Yeah, I was wearing natural. To what a day to wear natural deodorant. I show up to meet Ron Swanson, natty.
Right? Natty Light.
Natty light. No natty heavy.
So speaking of this,
Go ahead.
if you were gifted tickets to the Oscars and you did sit down next to a Leonardo DiCaprio.
Way to bring it back, by the way.
Thank you. Next to a Brad Pitt.
Okay.
Next to a George Clooney.
Okay.
Next to
Keep going. You're just
a Johnny Depp.
I was just about to say, just list all of Ocean's 11, would you?
Yeah. And we'll throw in
Johnny Depp.
I'm just saying actors that you enjoy their work and you find them funny and amusing and whatever. You're sitting next to them and you sit down in your seat. The lights are up.
I would tailor it for each individual.
What would you say to Leonardo?
Bears, am I right?
Yeah.
Or
The Revenant.
did you ever figure it out? Yeah. And he'll go, what? And I go, what was eating Gilbert Grape?
Oh, that's good. And then
Or
he would say, "Get out."
he'll say,
security.
shut up. He'll say, shut up. I'll say, did she ever let go, Jack?
Yeah.
Because she did.
She did.
And you died.
You died.
If I sat down
and
next,
there was no reason for that to happen.
if I sat
I'm
down,
still upset
if I sat
about
down next to Johnny Depp, I'd go, boy, that Amber Heard really wrecked it for you, huh?
Been following your trial.
Been following your trial, Johnny, and I think you didn't do it. That judge got it right on this one.
Okay, what about George? Clooney.
Oh gosh, it's a big body of work on this one.
Big one.
I don't know what I would say to Clunes.
He's so handsome. You might just freeze right.
I'd freeze right up on Brad.
What would you say to Brad Pitt?
I would say I'm not going to talk about it. Fight Club. We don't do it. I don't know what I would freeze
Fellow
up.
Okie here.
I would maybe that.
That's
hey,
the
you're from Shawnee, Oklahoma, and that's the home of the original Top Hat, which turned into Sonic. They opened the first Sonic in Stillwater, where I'm from, and I just you're so handsome.
Security.
No.
Remove this.
No.
What if you had a snack? Because I have heard that there
like a
are
snack.
snack bars at these award shows.
Hey, George.
So would you offer a snack?
George,
Want some of my churro?
you want a chomps? I'm hungered by chonks. I'm sure you can afford your own organic beef sticks, but I've got a chonk.
I got a pocket full of chomps here.
Get Brad, tap Brad and see if he wants to split a chonks with me. Brad, do you want a Lady in the Tramp of chonks with me and meet in the middle?
No, what you do is, do you want some gum? That's always a good in.
No, want some gum makes me the gum kid at the Oscars. I want to be the chomps man.
Okay.
Hey,
Which one of those four fellas do you think would be easiest to chat with? Who do you think would be a good time at the Oscars?
not Johnny Depp.
No.
He seems weird, and I love him,
Sponsor us,
but he
Johnny
seems
Depp. We love you.
He wouldn't want a chonks.
He seems like more of an introvert.
Introverted. I think the most fun of those to talk to,
Yeah.
maybe. I mean, Brad seems like a chatty, but I think George
I
is
was gonna
maybe the
say
most.
Clint.
Do you know what I'm doing? I'm stepping over all of them to meet Tom Hanks.
He would be a delight.
Chomps.
I really feel
We
like.
would split a chomps.
Would you sit on his lap?
I would and tell him that I was a good boy for the last 41 years, and I hope he blesses me with his blessings.
Yes.
Tom, that thing you did made my whole life.
Oh, yeah.
Truly.
I agree. Do you know who else would be a good time?
I would
feel
go
like
up to Tom Hanks and just start singing one of the songs from That Thing You Do, but not That Thing You Do, to show him that I know
Deep
the
cuts.
deep cuts.
Yeah. Little while.
So good. That soundtrack. Do you know that those songs were written by the guy? He has since passed away, which is a huge loss, given his contribution to this movie. But the guy from Fountains of Wayne, who wrote Stacy's Mom, wrote
wow.
That Thing You Do and several of the other songs on the soundtrack.
I could hear that. Similar harmonies.
Dance With Me Tonight.
Yeah.
Best song on that
That's a
soundtrack.
great song.
Best song on that soundtrack.
Sung by Lenny,
Lenny.
the character Lenny.
You're talking gibberish.
That's really good. I feel like Matt Damon would be a good time.
He'd be great. You could also talk to him, but you get an in there too, because he did some shooting in Oklahoma and made a movie called Stillwater. Spent some time in Stillwater.
That's right. You could take the hat right off your head and put it onto his Stillwater hat.
Yeah. I wonder how often he gets asked how he likes them apples.
Oh, far too often.
Far too often.
Don't
right?
use that as your in. Security.
Too late. Did it.
Okay, these are the nominations for this year's Best Picture. And I want to know if you've seen these.
I can go ahead and tell you.
No.
No. Are they animated?
Okay, I'll go for those two. Okay, here are the Best Picture. American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall, Barbie.
Okay. Have seen
Barbie. The Holdovers.
Haven't seen it.
I feel like,
Mom asked me this morning, did you like The Holdovers?
well, because Lindsay asked us
I
if
didn't
we had
respond.
seen it.
I haven't seen it.
We assumed you were watching it,
Haven't
but
seen
I've heard it's great.
Haven't seen it.
Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, I like Paul Giamatti.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
It's too long.
Speaking of Leo,
Make it a Netflix series.
I still am meaning to read that first before I watch the movie
I just
because
don't
they're different.
have
I hear
the amount of hours required to watch that movie.
you spend so much time watching TV and movies. It's just not
Yeah.
all strung together.
But
in
I
one
have to
movie.
know what the Dunder Mifflin gang is going to do next.
I do too. Okay, Maestro.
Okay, haven't seen it.
Crindy saw it and said it was his triumph.
Bradley Cooper got beat by Cillian Murphy for Best Actor at the Golden Globes, and he lost Best Director to Christopher Nolan, right?
Well, sometimes there can be a turnaround in the Oscars. Okay, Oppenheimer. Did you see it?
I haven't yet.
Speaking of Cillian Murphy.
I don't have 3 hours.
Okay. Past Lives, Poor Things, and The Zone of Interest. Don't know any of those.
Man, I am so
I know.
unplugged from what's going on.
I know.
There was a time when I saw them all.
I know.
Saw them all.
Same.
Not anymore.
It's very sad. Will you pause for just a moment?
No, because
Pause
we're
the recording?
No, why?
Just for 1 moment.
Because we're gonna have to pause the
need you
videos.
to.
It's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a whole thing. I'm gonna have to pause the videos. Are you gonna pause the videos?
Okay. I need to send Jeff a text. Please talk to the people.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk while she sends Jeff a text. Hey guys, in the interest of me not having to edit this stupid podcast on a Tuesday evening because it comes out on Wednesday, this is real time that this is happening, guys. I am gonna keep talking, and guess what? I've got stuff I want to talk about. Listen, can I do a poem for you guys? This is called Eddie the Spaghetti Nut. It goes like this. Eddie the Spaghetti Nut courted pretty Nettie Cut. They wed, and Ed and Nettie got a cottage in Connecticut. Eddie said to Nettie, hot spaghetti I've just got to get. So Nettie put it in a pot and cooked spaghetti hot and wet. And that is Eddie the Spaghetti Nut. And I don't know who to credit for it, but it's written by someone who's not Shel Silverstein.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that.
That poncherous Eddie the Spaghetti Nut.
That was great.
I felt
and
pretty
I
good about it.
remember you having to recite that at school. And so that is your long-term memory at work here.
Yeah.
Cognitive recall.
Cognitive recall. And I wouldn't have known it before I was back in the gym getting this pump.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, I wanted to go through the animated feature films very quickly. The Boy and the Heron,
Okay.
Elemental. Did you ever end up seeing that?
So Elemental.
What were your thoughts on that? Yeah.
It's not their best.
It's not what I expected.
It's not their best.
Well, it was nominated.
Yeah, but it's Pixar, right?
Yes.
In the animated space, Pixar's not going to put one out that doesn't. They're always going to get animated and probably usually win. Their win rate is significant.
Pixar's really something.
They're
else.
kind of leading the charge in the animated space
They
at this
got a
point.
monopoly on it.
They don't have that because you got DreamWorks Animation.
Yeah, and there's some great DreamWorks films.
You still got Disney, which is just an offshoot of
Pixar.
Pixar.
Okay.
Pneumonia. Pomona.
Robot Dreams, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Ooh, see, there's a contender.
There's a contender.
Because
Loved
the
it.
animation style is rad. Here's a question.
Yeah.
Did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem not get nominated?
I don't see it on here.
Man, the animation on that one was awesome. It was in the vein of Spider-Verse, but also another level of weird. You know what? I do have my tickets, but I'm boycotting the Oscars.
Oh.
Good luck finding someone to give you a chonks, Tom Hanks. Because this guy is boycotting because Mutant Mayhem didn't get nominated.
Man,
Find your own chongs.
it is sad to me that I don't know what's going on in the world of entertainment anymore. But also kind of freeing. But also I want to be connected to it.
Everything's
But also I don't have space in my brain.
But everything's
but
so...
also
Just sorry, guys. Ashley overheated. We're going to have to... while she reboots, do you want me to do Eddie the Spaghetti Nut again?
please don't.
Eddie the... No, listen. I feel like everything's so a la carte anymore.
Yeah.
media wise, right? Like music, movies, TV, books, anything. It's like I feel like I can access it anytime, anywhere, however I want.
Sure.
So increasingly feel less of a need to be plugged in.
Right.
And any recommendations I have more often than not are from friends. It's like, oh, hey, check this out or whatever.
Yeah.
So, which is cool because more of it's curated by people who know what I
Yes,
might like.
what you like, and you know what they like.
Between that and my Spotify knowing me with my like daily mix and release radar and stuff like that, I feel like I get plugged into enough stuff that I don't need to be like in the zeitgeist.
It just used to be such an interest of mine. I was a faithful reader of Us Weekly.
Salacious.
Why salacious gossip? I don't know. I don't know these people. I don't know.
I don't
And so
know you,
therefore,
baby Rexa.
I don't.
Get your own chonks, baby Rexa.
I don't know who you are. I don't want to put my mouth on this and
Do
then
you know-
have you put your mouth on this.
Do you know why? What?
I don't
Oh,
wanna
the
share a
chomps.
chomps
The
with you.
chomps. Do you know?
I don't know where your mouth's been.
Do you know why you don't know what's going on in pop culture?
Because I'm old.
Well, you said it. I didn't, but
I could engage if I wanted to.
No, it's because you're not on TikTok. Because that's where it all lives, man.
I don't care to belong to
No,
TikTok.
nor do I. And frankly, it's not me high-roading TikTok because frankly, I know for a fact that TikTok doesn't want me.
Yeah.
Like TikTok's like, get out of here.
No, it's not missing us.
You hang out over here on Instagram, which is the new Facebook, which inevitably is going to like be the old people thing,
Dinosaur.
which is fine with me.
I'm fine with
I
it.
can live there.
love
Instagram is
Instagram.
the front porch that I sit on and I tell all the TikTokers to move
off
along.
my lawn.
Yeah. You see this basketball that you kicked onto my lawn?
Get it?
I keep it now. And you won't come get it. You know why? Because you don't ever touch grass. Nerds.
Yeah.
Back to your
VR headsets.
yeah, back to your you got them.
Yeah, I got them.
You live your life on the cloud.
That's it.
I'll be over here
In reality.
ripping
on
into
Instagram.
ripping into a chongs on Instagram. yeah. You live your life on the cloud, you dork. I'll be over here doom scrolling Instagram like a real American. Greatest generation.
Speaking of doom scrolling, I'm very apprehensive about the political scene in the coming year. I'm
We're
feeling
covering
like,
it, man.
No, I'm just saying. I feel, man, we're in for it. I think this year
There's
we're really in for it, guys.
I feel like we've really painted ourselves into a corner.
We sure did. And here we are 4 years later, and what's still going on? How have we not put a stop to this nonsense?
This is the
On
point.
both sides.
This is the
Both
point
sides.
this is the point in the choose your own adventure book where you're like, can I go back and choose a different adventure? Like,
Yeah,
can I
too late now.
Can I go a different way at the Dragon's Lair? Like I had a place. I went here and we wound up there. So can I like go back to page 42 and like change it all?
Yeah. And the answer is no.
Oh, well,
It's onward.
Yet.
But how?
yet. Yeah, but onward, but how? 2024. Beep, 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 beep. We really made a mess of this country and the world and the stuff and the
Onward.
onward, but how? Can't even find a rhyme for it.
I feel like that's the title of this episode.
2024.
Onward.
2024. Onward, but how?
Let's make shirts. Please, let's make shirts.
And just have them be very patriotic.
With an elephant and a donkey just shrugging.
I don't know. Sitting on the scales of justice. I don't know what we do.
Guys, I just don't know. I don't know. But we're really in for it.
Oh
We're
my
in for a
gosh.
lot.
Go ahead.
I don't know. A lot of fighting, a lot of
Go ahead.
entertainment, fear,
It's gonna well.
dread.
That's what. Keep going.
I don't know.
These
I
are.
don't know, and I don't know the way forward. Onward, but how?
How?
Oh, guys, that's why we got to keep laughing. We got to find common ground where we can. We got to celebrate the warm hearts in our lives. We got to reconnect with entertainment that lifts us up.
Yeah.
We got to find community. We
gotta
got to
do it.
lift weights.
We gotta do it. We gotta lift, guys.
We got to share our beef sticks.
Share your beef sticks and lift weights. 2024 onward, but how? The Cold Hands, Warm Hearts campaign slogan as we come rolling through your town.
I smell a new t-shirt design, Jonathan. Honestly, onward, but how? I'm wearing it to the polls. Okay. So fun news to share. Okay. I shared several weeks ago that we had been out to Lake Eufaula, which is a beautiful lake here in Oklahoma, to look at an A-frame fishing cabin because for as long as I can remember, Jeff Engle and I have had this dream. We've had it vision boarded, right? And you know how much I love the water, how much I feel drawn to the water.
You are water trash.
And it doesn't matter what kind of water it is. I want to be near it.
Hot dog water.
Bathtubs.
If there's a hot dog water, I want to be near it.
Ponds, rivers, lakes, pools,
Tributaries.
community inlets.
Inlets, outlets.
So we went out to look at this A-frame fishing cabin, and Jeff is a big fisherman, and this is one of the way he unplugs.
He's an average sized fisherman.
Okay, but also we know that Jeff Engle goes into Lake Jeff mode.
It's great.
And that's the Jeff we all want to be. That's the Jeff that...
That's the way forward in 2024. Let's all be Jeff. Lake Jeff.
Lake Jeff, because all cares are left on the shore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Leave your cares at the shore. Anyway, that's stupid. Okay.
I
so
liked it.
We go...
I liked it. You don't have to say it's stupid.
Leave your cares at the shore and set me adrift in a lake of bliss.
Set adrift on memory bliss. If you guys, listen, the reason that you're uncomfortable approaching a celebrity is the same reason that you bailed on that leave your troubles at the shore thing. Go with it.
Just ride that wave.
Ride that wave. Lake Jeff would.
I get nervous. My natural deodorant poops out on me.
Can't hold up. Guys, I can't meet a celebrity. I can't commit to a metaphor, all because my natural deodorant can't handle the payload that I'm giving it. It cannot handle the tsunami of stress and anxiety that my pits are pouring out.
You guys, it's so true. I just lock up and I run away. Okay, so we looked at this place and it was a great place.
Bye, Tilda Swinton. It's nice to meet you.
Tilda. I would be so nervous to sit next to her. I would not share beef jerky with Tilda Swinton.
Gosh, I would not share beef jerky with Tilda Swinton's a pretty good title,
I mean, I would if she wanted it.
I would literally give my last chomps to Tilda Swinton.
I would too, but I wouldn't offer it.
Thank you for your contributions, Tilda Swinton. Please enjoy this chomps beef stick as a token of my appreciation on behalf of all of America.
On behalf of us all. It's the way forward. Okay, so we went out and looked at this place. And it turned out to not be the place for us, though it had some great things. But that put us in contact with a wonderful realtor in the area, Vicky. Mm-hmm. Vicky, love her. Cannot recommend her highly enough.
Call Vicky.
Call Vicky, guys. And so she said...
555-VIC for all your real estate needs by the hot dog water.
That's it. And she was phenomenal. She went above and beyond for us. So she contacted me and said, I know that probably wasn't the one, but there are a few others that I would love to show you guys now that I know kind of know your family, know your wants and needs and all the things. So we looked at a couple other places a couple weeks after that. And one of them turned out to be a really sweet little spot.
Nice.
And so over the last couple weeks, I haven't given an update because we weren't sure if it was going to work out. We've been casually looking for years. And guys, it worked out. It worked out. And last week we became the proud owners of this little lake spot. And so on Friday afternoon, as soon as the kids got out of school, we got a U-Haul truck, loaded up some stuff from our house, from Crindy's house. Mm-hmm. We arrived in the dead of night. It was freezing cold. Unloaded the truck in like 15 minutes, slept on mattresses from a box on the floor all weekend. And it was the funnest time.
That's nice.
The funnest time. And like, we have a lot more things to do there, but I will never forget the kids and just sort of feeling like this is going to be such a sweet spot. It felt like the right time because Harrison, has only 3 more years at home. And we felt like this will be kind of establishing a place where we can gather even when they are gone from our
I think it's great because guys, I do a lot of things well, but the thing I do best is mooch. And so I know, listen, I'm a dynamite, I'm like a Tom Hanks level of moochery.
But that's part of the intention here is to bless family and friends with it.
No, I'll be blessed. Listen, listen, if there's
I will be blessed.
Yes, I'm here for my blessing.
Come on in.
I'm lined up around there's a line around the block for blessings.
Get in here. Get around this big table.
No, guys,
That's going to accommodate us all.
2024, the year of mooch.
Yes.
Brandon's gonna do it.
Come on in.
Okay.
But I'm serious. I just see us even just giving you guys the keys. You guys take Benny down for the weekend.
You guys are gonna go down, and you're gonna be ready, and I'm just gonna be just tossed up undies on the couch, mouthful of chongs. Tossed up, undies in a wife beater, belly hair, mustard stains, Magoo over here. Oh, hey guys.
Just mooching.
You want some Fritos? I made a key at the Lowe's. I made my own.
Brandon, it's 2.5 hours away. What are you doing here?
I live here now.
Oh, do you?
3 days a week. I live here.
I hope so. I really hope that
Something died in your fridge. I don't know what it was, but someone else was here. Something died in your
smells
fridge.
really bad in there.
Do you want a chongs? Dude, Family Feud's about to start. Pop in here.
Listen, that is part of the vision, and we're trying to cram as many beds into this place as we can to accommodate the family. I think we've done it between bunk beds and these mattresses in a box. I think we're going to be able to accommodate it.
Accommodate.
The Birdwell Engle crew.
There you go. All right. Well,
yeah.
let the mooching commence.
So that's a fun update, and we're pretty excited about it. The kids are beside themselves, and of course, it was freezing cold, iced over. Even the hot dog water.
Even. The hot dog water was iced over,
and so we weren't able
ice
to enjoy
skating
it.
on the hot dog water.
Oof.
The Brandon Birdwell story.
Crody. We could read a whole lot into that, couldn't we?
But let's not.
Okay, have you cooked anything good lately?
Yeah.
What?
I did a seafood boil the other day. When you get iced in, you want to do a thing. So I did a little seafood boil at the house.
The perfect time for cooking.
I did some ribs on a Sunday, as I am wont to do.
How many Sundays would you say, on average, do you do ribs? Percentage-wise.
3 out of 4.
Okay.
75%.
75% of Sundays.
Except for in the summer, I'll sprinkle in seafood boil because it's like summery here and there. So maybe 2 out of 4 in the summers, 3 out of 4 any other time.
Gosh, I love a seafood boil.
It's great. Did that, and then yesterday I came up with an idea on the fly. Did like a slow cooked pork tenderloin with glazed roasted rainbow carrots on the side and a topping crumble of crispy shallots and garlic.
Oh wow!
It was fantastic.
You say slow cook crock pot?
No, I did it in the oven.
Oven, okay.
But it was delicious.
Ooh,
Turned out
I do
great.
love a pork tea.
The pork tea, if you do it right, you can ruin one.
You can dry one out
real easy. But I do have a new little gizmo gadget which I like to use. It's one of those little wireless Bluetooth thermometers that goes straight to your phone, tells you your internal temp of your meat. You just
yeah.
easy peasy, set it, forget it.
Look at that.
It's great. So that's been my cooking the last few days. So yeah, the answer is yes.
The answer is yes. I have been on an overnight oats kick.
Okay.
The disdain.
Yeah, you should tell us
that
about
was
it.
so patronizing.
No,
I don't know if I want to now.
I don't know that I want you to
share this. I don't know if I want to cast these.
No,
pearls
everybody,
before
hey,
swine.
everybody shut up. Ashley's going to tell us about her overnight oats she's been making. Brandon just told you about his slow cooked meats, and here comes Schlee with her
Listen.
overnight oats. Regale us.
I will. Hope and I both enjoy oats.
Okay.
And there is nothing better than coming into the kitchen in the morning, making your cup of coffee and think, what am I going to do for breakfast? And I'm not a huge breakfast eater in general.
Unless I've got some oats from overnight.
And then I'll eat them up.
Yeah.
And I feel better when I do. And there's just so many variations that you can do, but I like to include chia seeds, flax, chia seeds and flax. And I do it with almond
You got to
milk.
be careful with chia and flax. They'll eat your stomach up. They'll get you all in knots.
I know. That's why you got to go light on them. But they do add interesting
But also, if
texture.
you do them overnight oats, they're going to expand and bloom overnight. Whereas if you just like take them too early, they'll expand in your guts.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're pretty puffy and they're kind of like jellyish. Those chia get kind of...
Okay, sure.
I enjoy the texture.
Yeah, it's like boba tea kind of.
Yeah,
It's like your
like a
little
little tapioca pearl.
balls. Yeah.
And so I do chia and flax, and then I've been doing almond milk.
Yeah.
And then the last one I did some Greek yogurt, vanilla Greek yogurt, honey, and blueberries. This is so good.
That was really awesome about the overnight oats. Could you
know what?
Could you start over and do it slower so that the listeners can write down your recipe for overnight oats?
But it's a delight. And you can make them, days in advance. You can stock your fridge. You got breakfast for the week.
My problem with it is I'm not a sweets eater at all during the day.
They don't have to be sweet.
In the morning especially.
They don't have to be sweet.
What am I going to do? Drop pork links into my overnight oats?
No, oats are not sweet. You do it with unsweet almond milk.
But so
you don't have to put fruit. You can put peanut butter.
I might as well go to a mailboxes, etc. Buy a friggin' cardboard box and cut it up into a.
So you
cup.
don't like oatmeal?
That's
like the issue.
Yeah,
here.
it's fine, but like cinnamon sugar, please.
Well, then make it that way.
I don't
Man
like
who doesn't
sweets.
like sweets. Then why are you talking about cinnamon sugar?
Why are you talking about overnight oats? This is
it's what I've been
airtime.
cooking
This is
lately.
airtime that you're using on overnight oats.
Okay, last night I made some air fryer nachos.
Way back. Lead with that. You're going to bury the lead
I'm going
of
in order of my day
air
foods.
fryer nachos?
Breakfast comes first.
Okay, go ahead.
Then comes lunch and dinner. The air fryer nachos were good.
Yeah.
I put a little enchilada seasoning on some chicken breast, and put it in the air fryer.
You got me back now.
Black beans,
Yeah.
Fiesta blend,
Yeah, go ahead. Pause for effect.
green chilies.
And now these overnight oats are a distant memory. Get them out of here.
Cilantro.
Yeah.
Cilantro.
You didn't put the cilantro in the air fryer, did you?
No,
Okay.
topping.
That's a garnish.
Topping.
Okay, good.
So I did that. Jeff made another great soup. He had the hugest tray of roasted veg, bell peppers, red peppers, carrots, squash, onions.
Yeah.
Roasted them all and then immersion blendered them.
That's the move.
Because he's doing plant-based.
Roast your veg
Yeah.
before you do anything with them because it's going to bring out all those natural flavors. It's like toasting whole spices. Throw them in a dry pan. Unlock those natural oils and spices. Manit Chohan taught me that.
Man, I could eat roasted veg
Same.
every
So good.
meal for the rest of my life.
That's bold.
No, I would.
But think about the overnight oats. You'd be missing out on the O-N-O's. Oh, no's. Let's start a line of overnight oats called Oh, no's, you didn't. And we will only sell cinnamon sugar.
To me.
To you. We'll have one customer, and she's very loyal, but she doesn't buy nearly enough Oh, no's to support our biz.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I thought a fun segment today. I came across an article from Business Insider.
God.
And so, but you don't know what this is.
I know.
Okay, these are 13 Southern sayings that the rest of America won't understand.
Okay.
Oklahoma is considered part of the South.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's some discrepancy there.
Yeah.
But the Census Bureau counts us in the South. Do you know what else is counted as a Southern state? Delaware.
Weird.
I know. Isn't that wild? These are the states considered Southern. Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma.
Feels like a generalization. I feel like
Washington,
we need to segment
D.C.
it a
is
little
also
bit.
included in the South.
That's ridiculous.
Anyway, we're more South Central.
Yeah,
But
we are.
some
Yeah, we are.
But these, some of these sayings I've definitely heard. Okay, the first one: we're living in high cotton.
Yeah. Means
What
good,
does that
good times.
Good times. That's right. Tall cotton bushes are easier to pick and yield higher returns. If you're living in high cotton, it means you're feeling particularly successful or wealthy.
Yeah.
Okay. She was madder than a wet hen.
I mean, you throw a hen in some water. They don't like water.
That's right.
They're not waterfowl.
That's right. Hens sometimes enter a phase of broodiness. They'll stop at nothing to incubate their eggs and get agitated when farmers try to collect them. Farmers used to dunk hens in cold water to break their broodiness.
Yeah.
You don't want to be around a hormonal hen after she's had an ice bath.
Yeah. It's like an episode of The View.
You don't. Which honestly, the rate of turnover on that show.
Too many wet hens coming and going. It's too many.
Unbelievable. I was getting my oil changed the other day. They had it on. I'm like, who are these people?
Where's
I only
Star
recognize
Jones?
Joy. Star hasn't been on for years.
Yeah. And that's when they lost me.
Well, okay, number 3. This one's funny. He could eat corn through a picket fence. What do you think that means?
Man, does that mean he's got no teeth?
Buck teeth.
Okay, there you go.
An unfortunate set of buck teeth.
That's a good one.
Imagine a horse eating a carrot and you'll get the picture.
It's good. It's a good one.
Okay. You can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you can't take something and dress it up beyond its point of what it should be.
That's right. You're not fooling anyone.
Yeah.
This one's interesting and kind of macabre.
Is it you can't swing a dead cat without hitting something?
No, but that's a good one.
It's like, I went to this place and you couldn't swing a dead cat without hitting a chiropractor in this place.
Yeah. There's
Place
so
is
many of them.
Lousy with chiropractors.
Loaded with them.
Who's the weirdo swinging dead cats? And you just walk into a convention hall with a dead tabby and you're just like, try like the Pecos Bill with a dead cat in here?
A convention of chiropractors.
Crack my back. Save my cat.
Too late. All right, this one. She's as happy as a dead pig in the sunshine.
I mean, that's
Happy.
happy.
But here's why. This is terrible. When a pig dies, presumably in a sty outside, the sun dries out its skin. This effect pulls the pig's lips back to reveal a toothy grin, making it look happy, though it's dead.
That's awful. That's awful.
Isn't it horrible?
Kind of like it, but it's awful.
This phrase describes a person who's blissfully ignorant of reality.
Huh.
All right. I'm finer than frog hair split 4 ways.
Frogs don't have hair.
It's true.
So a frog hair split 4 ways would be so fine because a frog hair would be fine already to begin with.
That's right.
Yeah.
Southerners mostly use this phrase to answer, how are you? He thinks the sun comes up just to hear him crow.
He's self-centered. He thinks he's like the cat's pajamas.
He's cocky.
The bee's knees.
Yeah.
He thinks he's finer than a frog's hair split 4 ways.
Exactly right. That's exactly right. That thing is all catawampus.
Oh, cattywampus. It's like off-centered, off-kilter, messed up. I wrote a novel called Cattywampus.
Did you really?
Yeah, you still haven't finished the first one I gave you.
I know
so.
I haven't. I've gotten stalled out slightly, but I'm going to return.
No, it's fine.
No, I'm going to return.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Take a little time off from your overnight oats prepreration and
You know
read
what?
my book.
I have a job where 90% of what I do is read.
Oh,
And so sometimes I stall out,
Yeah.
but I'll return.
I have a job where 90% of what I do is talking. I still come here and do this stupid thing with you.
Bonus, bless your heart.
That means a million things.
And it doesn't mean what you think it
No,
means.
it doesn't. It means like you're an idiot or you're dumb or you don't look good in that, or it could mean it's an insult.
It's an insult. And what a 180 from the words themselves.
Bless your heart. Oh, bless her heart. She's real pretty in the face. Bless her heart. How'd you meet the little O'Hannon girl down the corner? She's down at the corner store. Bless her heart.
It's so condescending.
It really is.
It's awful. All right. How is your algorithm?
Oh man,
Turn on a dime.
I honestly don't know how my algorithm is. Mom's been sending me this guy who does like music to go along with things. You've seen it. I can't think of what it is.
Sponsor us, Mom.
Ponjas Monks. But the Cooking with Levi's been back in a big way in my deal. So many people reviewing foods. I need to be better about logging away what's in my algorithm. I send you things, but I don't remember them.
Yeah. Some of them are not appropriate.
Most of them are not appropriate.
I can't share them on the roundup. Guys, every Friday we do on Instagram because that's where we hang out. Not the TikTok.
We don't do that.
We don't do that.
We stay on the porch.
We stay on the porch and yell at people to get off our lawn. We do a How's Your Algorithm roundup every Friday.
Yeah.
So
you do.
Yeah. And sometimes when we get new followers, that's the day they fall off because they're annoyed
This sucks.
with all the stories.
This sucks.
It cracks me up because if we get a new follower, I'm like, this will be the day when they leave.
Yeah.
Because they'll get annoyed with how many stories there are. But it's super fun. And keep sending us the weird stuff from your algorithms, guys. Yeah. From our listeners, our friend Dominic, hi Dominic,
Hey, Dom.
sent us some owl stuff. There's been a lot of owl stuff.
Yeah.
The true length of owls' legs,
Yeah,
very
seen it.
long. They
Incredible.
sit cross-legged.
Yeah.
They're so bizarre.
Bizarre. And they know exactly how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
All of them.
3.
It's something that's inbred in all of them. We're in the Taco Bell algorithm
That's where
because
you
of
wanna
our
be.
discussions
That's where you want to be.
about the quesarito.
It's the spot.
And our field producer in New Orleans, Jonathan, sent us some Taco Bell stuff.
He sent me a picture of his dog dripped out in Kirkland.
Yeah. Do you know what the dog's name is?
Is it Kirk?
No, it's Huey Lewis in the News,
That's his dog's name?
and it's a new dog.
Huey Lewis and the News?
Uh-huh.
That's a mouthful, and I'm here for it.
I'm pretty sure it's Huey Lewis in the News. It's something. I'm pretty
love
sure
it.
it's straight across the board.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay. What you been watching, reading, or listening to?
So I've been watching, we watched a docuseries called American Nightmare. It's a murder one.
Oh.
It was, binged it. Watch it. It's worth the watch.
Can I watch it alone?
Kids? You can probably watch it with the kids. There's
but
some
like-
stuff. Oh, you could watch it alone.
Is it terrifying?
Yeah.
I don't do that.
I've been watching this thing on YouTube
Okay.
called Last Meals. And it's
You talked about that last time.
yeah, okay, well then never mind. I've been watching more of it. Ha ha ha. Listening to I've
very
been in a weird
compelling.
phase of listening to two did I talk about this too? Mac DeMarco and Mac Miller both.
No.
Mac Miller's has since passed away, but he was a young hip hop fellow and he's very interesting. And then Mac DeMarco is like an indie kind of bedroom producer style, like does like really like lo-fi style music. So I've been listening to a lot of those too. I'm in my Mac era.
Mac Arrow.
Anyway, what about you?
Gosh, I really haven't been watching or listening to anything new. Listening to back episodes of Smartless, really enjoyed those.
Yeah.
Listened to the Steve Carell one the other day.
Great.
Seems like such a lovely man.
Wonderful man.
He'd be a great man to sit next
I would
to.
share so many chomps with Steve Carell.
I would too. We watched The Devil Wears Prada with the kids the other night because Hopi's doing a project on New Jersey.
I love Devil Wears Prada.
It's so good.
I love it.
Hope's doing a state project on New Jersey. Meryl Streep is from New Jersey. So she was like, what's Meryl Streep in? And so
The
I was
River
like,
Wild.
oh yeah, let's not watch that with the kids. Okay, real quick, I want to give a shout out to Mia, our Gen Z listener.
Hey, keeping us young.
Our Gen Z listener. She's doing a semester in Athens.
Neat.
She's in
Georgia?
Greece.
Congrats. Felicidades. That's wonderful.
She's in Greece. So shout out to Mia in Greece.
All the way in Georgia. You did it. Not the country, Georgia, the state.
Anyway, best of luck to your Greek adventures. We're so pumped to live through you on Instagram, which is where, coincidentally, she hangs out there. Makes me feel young.
Cool.
She gives us street cred.
She doesn't. She tries. It's impossible.
She tries. Okay, guys, we appreciate your ratings and reviews. If you haven't left those for us, please do
Get
so.
out. Oh.
Helps other people find us, and we appreciate them all so much. What's your warm heart?
Haven't gone yet, but a lot of ramp up talk to it. We're going to Broken Bow with dear friends Cody, Brooke, Ted, and Sophish this weekend. So that's been like a fun thing that I'm looking forward to. So that's a nice thing to look forward to in the year of 2024 when we don't know how to move forward. What's your warm heart?
I love it so much. Mine is this past weekend at the new place. I will never forget the kids being so excited to make it their own.
Guys, you heard it here first. Ashley will never forget her kids. Thanks for listening to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts.
That too.
We threw this one together. 2024, forward. But as it moves,
But how?
But how? Okay, anyway.
Bye.